just a little walk. I'm walking from Stanney Park, this is in Ellesmere Port, to Sainsburys car park where my car is. Along, there's a post here, Thornton Way, which in a short while it'll take us to, let me guess, what is it? Shropshire Union Canal. It popped back in my brain. It's quite industrial, this part, because we're in the outlying areas of Ellesmere Port, and I happen to be, I actually went to Sainsburys where they have a machine that, you know, because you change, you pour it in, it takes a percentage off, but so just a bit of exercise. You can, I don't know whether you've got an exercise machine, probably not, probably a packet of crisps and a tin of something or other, doesn't matter. You too can walk from a park to Sainsburys car park. Slowly building up the scale. I'm not too ambitious at the moment, but the main thing I'm doing is keeping active. And when I go abroad again for quite a long stay, I should be doing a lot of walking and exploring there. They will be available. I follow a lot of YouTubers as well from around the world, and also people on narrow boats and things like that. I didn't know why I didn't do it earlier. Oh, there's good echo effect there. While I'm going and doing local things, I've also dropped off a pair of trousers to be fixed, you know, whatever they call it, a sewing thing. I thought, why don't I do them? I'm not travelling far. The Sainsburys is the one at Cheshire Oaks, which is quite a posh. Mind, you can get a bargain there during Black Friday and things like that. You know, I've got to push the Beckhams out the way while I'm trying to get that TV set. Get out of the way. And I thought, good God, the poor man is getting old, he's got a stick with him. Oh, sorry, that's his wife. It's an old joke. Now then, we are. A spot of rain. Didn't bring a jacket or nothing. Well, we're going this way. National Cycle Network is on this canal. Lots of berries in particular along this route. I've had some cherries free, about £2 of them in a bag that I got free at Sainsburys. Well, the path that leads out to the car park. Not wandering around with a bag picking the stuff in the store. And blackberries. There's elderberries that you can put into a wine, make a jam with it, mix it with blackcurrant. There is blackcurrant as well. There's not much of that one. That's just. And another one which I think is sloe. You know, that makes sloe gin. It's a type of wild plum. I had to slow down because it was a go slow area. It's gone very quiet. Look, I'm all doing this off the top of my head. At least I've got a head with something in it. Not a lot, but that lovely little ambient motorway noise. It's lovely, isn't it? In its day, that was probably a remarkable object. Or was it half a day that it was remarkable? Maybe. A lot of them have ripened and they fell. Nobody's harvested them. Make a good elderberry wine and also a jam if you mix it with apple in particular. Elderberry and apple jam. Use that, what's the apple that they use in apple pie? It's a big sour apple. That works well with elderberry. Yeah. I didn't learn that from some Ponzi, you know, action group. It was survival training, so sorry to disappoint you that one of these guys with hip flowers in his hair. No. And if you're local, you know, there's not a lot to harvest here, like I say there, but the cherries are there for the taking. There's the sloes. Just get some cheap gin Put it in a bottle with an open neck, wash the sloes, prick them with a cocktail stick and pop them in there. The gin is not going to go off anyway, and just leave that so it's steep to get the sloe gin that you want, and it colours the gin, of course. Again, don't know what they are. They're certainly not olives, but they look like them, but they're not. Look at that. See, there's some thoughtful dog owners trying to fertilise it, you know, throwing the bag of crap into the hedge. I mean, I don't know what's the point. You might as well just throw it into the grass and let it degrade. Hanging it up in the tree is not something I want to see. It's thoughtful, innit? Never mind. We all have our cross to bear, but many years ago I chopped mine up and made a fire from it, you know, to warm me up in the wilderness. See, this isn't stuff I made up. This unfortunately, it's all because I'm talking about crap, literally. I'm talking about it now. It's stuck in my head. Some guy decided, I don't know, as a pilgrimage. Bloody 10-foot cross. He put a little pair of wheels, so what was the point? He's cheating, isn't he? Our Lord didn't have little wheels on the bottom. Anyway. As I say, semi-industrial. Just making use of my time and sharing it. Various features like a bag of poo hanging up in the tree next to the fruit. Hawthorn. Like a recycling plant. Can you see the bales of plastic? That's it. Oh. I won't mention. Let's just say there's a lot of people that maybe I'll pause this now so this poor chap isn't filmed. See, I could have carried on if he looked like Brad Pitt. Right, that's what he has to pay the price, doesn't he, Brad Pitt? But that guy, you know, it's not. You didn't miss anything. It's just look an ordinary guy like myself with hidden depths. Yeah. No, that doesn't mean I wear a rubber suit. See what I mean? I just got hidden depths. Stop. More industrial liberty. That's a group that supposedly looks after you when you pay your rent, but they're not very good. Like most things nowadays, your council make decisions that you wildly disagree with and say, well, You're just nasty people. We know better than you. Yeah. Actually, this is quite a nice little walk. Yeah, I don't know whether it's a very good ironic name, isn't it, calling it Liberty. Maybe they just take liberties. That's probably the... Yeah. It's not this bridge, it's the one after it, I think, that we go on. There's a narrowboat ahead, moored up. Maybe I do go up this one. I'll know when I get nearer to it. Excuse me. Yeah, I think it is this one. There's a lady in the car park there. Yeah, I don't know what she's doing. Probably just trying to have a bit of privacy like me. Yeah, that's what's called a turning point. See that there? A bit like on a road. So the narrowboat, most of them, there's some very, very long ones that can turn round there and return. Yeah, I think it is this way. If not, I can pause it and carry on where I left. Go and have a look from the bridge, eh? What do you think? Yes, it is. This is the way. You can't go any further that way. Various utilities, things like that. Yep. As I say, it's not the pretty one. That special walk that looks like a chocolate box cover or something. It's not like that. That leads, there are a couple of miles that leads to the boat museum at Ellesmere Port, and at Ellesmere Port I park up there sometimes to have my lunch rather than in at home, and I take whatever I need and I film any ship that comes by. Now I've got the idea of when it's a ship it'll tell you where it's from, and then I play a relevant piece of music from Manchester, Cyprus, Macedonia. See what I mean? You get the idea. Are you with me? it's locked up in there, so that lady was... Oh, must have come in. You can come in another way, I think. It's a Mazda. Mitchell Mazda. Sales. Car sales. Brand new ones. Most of them, I think. There is a highlight on the film. Yeah, right at the end when it stops. And it'll give the time that you've wasted on there. There's a golf sale in there. I thought I'll keep this going because there might be somebody who's into trucks or whatever, car sales, you never know. You never know. Do you know, I can smell, you know, those blinking donuts that they have, you know, where they fry them, and that's coming from the Cheshire Oaks. They're a little fast food thing, and it's selling those donuts. You can smell them in fun fairs. That's one of my favourite routes up there. You finally get to Warrington that way, and it takes you off to other little places, Helsby, Frodsham, and the tugboat Danny for short is near a swing bridge there. See a little bit of wildlife there, some reeds. Ah, there we are. There's the cherries. Now if I hit that tree, I won't, they'll all fall down. Well, like I say, there's one just dropped now, they're so ripe. And there's loads and loads of them, hundreds. See? fell there. All free food. And they taste just like the ones in the shops. You know, like some wild apples. I wouldn't eat crab apples. Many years ago in Southport, where I live there, I had a flat. It was on the ground floor, and I had access to the lawnmower, of course. It was mostly elderly ladies there, and I was the young man. And I used to give pears, cherries, Victoria plums were in that garden, apples. They were that rustic one, which looks, you know what I mean? It's like a rust-coloured apple, but very nice. Yeah. And that was free. Yeah. Lighting pillar. Right. Not far now. I think it's a bit further. Oh, sorry about that, my thumb. Oh no, that's just the reflection. Hopefully it's not on the screen. I thought my thumb was overlapping onto that, but I think it's just... Unfortunately, there we are now. That's it. When you film, it looks like a mirror, you know, and it reflects. There we are. No, that's not the way. That's not the official way. I'm not going to try and squat underneath that. It was initially right, a bit further on. I've got all that money. I've got like a little box that looks like a pirate's treasure chest. And I keep the pounds and everything for meters and everything else, but you know, the 10s, the 5s and all the copper goes in there. The machine automatically sorts them out, tells me what I'm going to get. There we are. There we go. Yeah. Habitat, that's still around. You never know. A thing like Habitat, you say, how long's that going to last? You know, like Woolworths and all the rest. TU, Starbucks. TU is an airline, I think. Timpson Shoes, Specsavers, Souchet Gourmet. All right. Might as well finish so you can I must say I've never done this before. I don't feel I need to do it again for quite a number of years. There we go. That's Susie the Suzuki. Very economical, very reliable, never argues, just we get on very well. Yeah. Well, thank you for joining me at the car park, or ending with me at the car park in Sainsburys. It's been a magical afternoon, and I'll see you next time, hopefully. Bye bye.